The best advice that I ever got from my dad was to not worry about uncontrollable events. And what I mean by that, when I was young, I used to worry about a lot of things. I think I probably got that from my mother, where she worries about everything, which is a very womanly thing to do. There was one time when there was a terrible storm that was like a stage 10 hurricane or whatever in Massachusetts where I was living. And I was scared about the outcome of the hurricane. And I went to my parents' room and I said, fuck, I'm fucking nervous. There's a lot of shit going on. The rain's like fucking just hemorrhaging down on us. Are we gonna lose the house? Are we gonna die? I don't know. Your head always goes to the worst case scenario. And he said, Josh, can you control the weather? And I said, well, no, I can't. He said, what can you control? I said, well, let me think. We could put up some barriers to make sure that the rain doesn't get in or that it doesn't flood, or make sure the windows are shut. And he said, okay, well, focus on the things that you can do, but there should be zero of your mental effort focused on things that you can't control, like the weather. And I noticed that a lot of times that throughout my life, I would focus on things that I couldn't control. What do other people think of me? Or something that was bigger than myself. And then I would think back, well, there is no reason for me to worry about things that I can't control. And I noticed that right now in my life and in my business, I've been the most stressed out I think I've ever been. And I think the reason for that is AI is getting crazy, and we are being able to implement it in awesome ways throughout the business. But I don't see how we're gonna have a business 10 years from now because of how incredible AI is getting. But I can't control that. What I can control is what we do now. And so there's no reason for me to focus on where the future is heading with this, only the things that I can do about it, and the things that I think about, and how we position ourselves to be a benefactor of this AI movement. I can't control if or when AI takes over. So that's just an uncontrollable event that I spent way too much mental effort, that when I just reframe it as there's quite literally nothing on earth that I will ever be able to do about this, why would I put a second of mental energy of stressing or worrying about over a subject like this? And all of us do it at all times in different areas of our lives. But I just think that it's just so applicable, because most of the time when I'm stressing out, it's over uncontrollable things. And I'm sure for other people as well. You cannot control what other people think of you, nor should you care. And now I don't care to some degree. It would be a straight up lie if anyone said they didn't care what anyone thought of them at any point. But I care more about speaking my mind and what I believe to be the truth than to care what people, if they like me or not. And so I'm actually super, super thankful for that lesson, because I did learn it pretty young. And of course I've had to relearn it hundreds of times throughout my life, and I'll probably continue to have to do that. But there's no reason to worry about uncontrollable events. There's no reason to worry about things that you can't control.